So, good morning. It's 5:45 this morning, and we're heading down to the Ghats where we are going to take a sunrise boat along the Ghats in Varanasi. How exciting is that? It's quite early. I haven't woken up yet.
There is Sadhu, the holy person, hermit. He's doing meditations and now he's sleeping. So this is the tent for them, where they sleep, where they take a rest. And they also do the meditations. They're taking a bath, so they put their whole body inside the water.
Inside?
Yeah, they take whole body into the water.
No. Small.
Sometimes the people drink, not too much. No, this is the rainy water, so that way it looks muddy. But after this month, there is a still water, then it becomes very clean.
And they swim in the river to cleanse
Since all the local people
their sins.
cleanses, yeah. The local peoples, they come every day and they swim in the river. See, this is the temple here, no? It is cleaning the temple with water.
It's very full, isn't it? The river. Is that normally steps?
Basically, there are many steps further. Normally,
Yeah.
the river becomes very narrow. No, it's very wide. So first of all, we are going to a little bit upstream, and then after we'll go to downstream.
Okay.
So this is the river front, which is called Ghat. You can see Siwala Ghat.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ghat means the stone steps leading to the water body, and this is the place where the peoples are taking a bath, doing the rituals. It's called Ghat. There are two places where the peoples are cremating. You can see this is the burning Ghat, where the people bring the dead body and just cremate it here. And after the cremation, they took the ashes and submerged it in Ganges river. So this is only the city where we can see the life and death going on together. So that side we can see the end of life, but over here we can see the beginning of life. You can see the people are taking a bath and see this one. This is the Sanskrit school where the children of Brahmins, they are studying there, and that is also the shelter house for the holy people. And that part of this Ghats, which is temple, and that temple was built by the South Indian priest. So there are South Indian peoples. They are taking a bath, they cleanse in, and then they take a water, get inside the temple and pray to the Lord Shiva. And the roof of the temple, we can see there are depictions of the Lord Shiva and his family. In the center, we can see the Lord Shiva is sitting on the wool, and just next to him, there is a Lord Ganesha and his another son, which is known as Kartikeya. So Lord Shiva have two sons, the Lord Ganesha and Kartikeya. The Lord Ganesha is very popular in northern India, and the Kartikeya is very famous in southern part of India. In southern part of India, the Kartikeya is also known as Morgan. So his transportation is peacock. And Lord Ganesha's transportation is mouse. So if you're talking about the Hindu religion, so this is not a religion. This is a way of life. Because we pray the nature, we pray to the power of nature. We pray to the river as a goddess, we pray to the mountains, we pray to the trees, we pray to the animals, because we believe that every creation of the gods is good for human being. There is another palace here that's called Ahilya Bai Ghat. So that palace was built by a queen. Her name was Ahilya Bai. Basically, she was from Indore. She came to Varanasi and built that palace. But nowadays, it is also converted as a shelter house for the old age people with a holy palace. And you can see the red buildings over there. That's another Hindu temples. You can see the people just get in the temples and they are doing the prayers. So before getting in the temple, they are taking a bath near the river, and then they get in the temples and pray to the goddess. Basically, that temple is known as Shitala, because the goddess Shitala who protects from a disease called chicken pox. those people who is suffering by chicken pox, they come here and they get a darshana of Goddess Sitala. When we pray to the nature, so we try to save the nature for the next generation. Just like when we pray this river, so we protect this river. And this is Mansarovar Ghat. And the next one, that is called Raja Ghat. So that palace was built in 1807 by the king of Peshwa. And that time the Peshwa, they were ruling near the Mumbai, that is called Maharashtra. This palace was built by the Queen of Bengal. So her name was Dikpatiya, so that's why the ghat is known as Dikpatiya Ghat. So we can see the beautiful balcony which is open toward the riverside. But the first balcony, we can see there are clays deposited there just because of flood. But nowadays this palace is converted into the shelter house. The center house for the old age people and widow ladies. They can live there. The next one, that is called the Man Mandir Ghat. There is another palace. We are going to get down there. So the Hindu peoples, they are cremating, but there are 4 kind of body which are not cremating. Maybe you walk up to there. The second thing is that the people, we are not getting the bad smell coming from there. Because when we are doing it, so we are using the powder of sandalwood, essential oil, incense sticks, purified butters, and some other ingredients we put in the fire. So that's why we are not feeling the bad smell is coming from here. So by dying in Varanasi, the soul will attain the salvation, the liberation, the moksha. Because Hindu people believes in the cycle of births, the cycle of rebirth. When your good karma will help you, then you will born here, either you will die here, either you will cremate here. Only our good karma will help us to attain the liberation from the cycle of rebirth. And Hindu people is cremating because we believe that our body is mixed with the 5 elements, and after the cremation, these 5 elements is returned back to the universe. That's why we are cremating. See, the Brahmin's priest is sitting over here. So that is the paste of sandalwood. So they are applying on the forehead. They apply as a dot, as a 3 lines on the forehead. It means that is a symbol of Lord Shiva. So anyone can get a blessing from him. But to give some donation.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Want to do that?
No, I'm okay. Thank you. Thank
You see, he's sitting under the umbrella. So this umbrella is the identification for the city. Means if you can see any pictures like that, easily you can identify that it's a picture from Varanasi.
Ah.
Everywhere we will find they are pilgrims. They done their bath, now they're walking to the temple.
How many visitors do you think visit Varanasi?
Many. See, this is symbol of Lord Shiva. That is, we call it Shiva Deva.
So this is Lord Shiva's temple, covered in 800 kilos of gold, and it's the main temple in Varanasi. Our guide was just telling us it was the same person that built the golden temple that donated the gold here in Amritsar. How interesting.
Which they are making here. Curry, it's curry, and this is the jalebi. This is the people like it. The city is known as Magic.
Is it? Thank you for watching my little video from the magical streets and sacred waters of Varanasi. And if you felt the energy too, don't forget to subscribe for more soulful journeys and moments of everyday magic.